Hi, I'm Stephen Smith, curator at Massey Heritage Center, Savannah's Museum for History and Architecture, and once one of Savannah's most cherished public schools from 1856 to 1974. Recently, it was discovered that one of the most famous actors of the silent film era called Savannah home in the early 1900s, and he also attended Massey School for several years. In 1900, Lawrence Semone, or Larry, moved in with his Aunt Emma and Uncle Louis Lippman. The Lippmans resided on Jones Street in Savannah, and Louis owned a popular pharmacy with his brothers. Larry's parents were itinerant circus performers. His father was a famous magician named Zera, and both parents decided that Larry, age 12 and constantly on the move his whole life, needed more stability. Once settled in Savannah, he went on to attend Massey School from 1900 to 1904. Sadly, his mom and dad died in their travels abroad during Larry's stay in Savannah. Though Larry would later describe his time in Savannah as quite melancholy, he nevertheless created a major sensation about town with his talents. Larry learned his parents' craft of show business. He was a talented magician and performed magic shows about town to much amusement. He also acted in many plays at various theaters in town and was often billed as the Boy Wonder or referred to as Master Lawrence. People adored and highly applauded his performances. During his time in Savannah, Larry also cultivated his talent for illustration and in the 1910s went on to become a renowned cartoon artist at major newspapers in Philadelphia and New York, shortly before his acting career began in 1915. While in New York, he pursued acting and ultimately made his way to Hollywood by 1917, where he became America's leading silent film actor. Larry went on to become one of Hollywood's most adored actors of the 1920s. His most famous role was as Scarecrow in the silent version of Wizard of Oz, starring opposite Oliver Hardy as Tin Man and Dorothy Dwan as main character Dorothy. Dwan went on to become his wife. He made millions in the industry, but spent it all and then some. He lived large and lavishly, deeply in debt by 1928 and suffering from mental illness consequently. He died from the stress of it all at the young age of 39. Afterward, rumors abounded that he had staged his death to avoid accountability for his enormous debts. Regardless of his fate, he was never heard from or seen again.